have a great weekend, because I did. I just want to welcome to our afternoon show, and good to see everyone. Hope you guys are well. I can tell you things are heating up, yo. But I think all I can say to men is get yourself a mini. Get yourself a woman that's gonna play the cards, yo, because that's what we are seeing now. You know my comment last night when I touched on this issue, and I also mentioned the mini debacle. Do you remember? Okay, maybe I was right, because now what I'm seeing on X is shocking. It's shocking. But anyway, so before we get into the nitty-gritties of what's going on with Welshman Ncube, Professor Jonathan Moyo, we look at Miniyothabo Chiwenga. I want, if it's your first time to come across the channel, to subscribe and make sure that you ring the bell so that every time I'm live, you're going to be notified. Or if I drop a video, you'll be the first one to watch it. And I just want you guys to hang on with me. We are getting towards the most sensitive time, so I want you to stick around so that we can walk this journey together. I'm afraid I don't want us to be hoodwinked. 2017 should never come again in our lifetime. Anything that should be seen in Zimbabwe should be promoting the Zimbabwean agenda, not individuals' personal interests. But anyway, all right, here we are. Wow. I'm going to read this tweet that was dropped by Majara Jairus. He's one of a guy that I know always carry quite a number of sources within the ZANU-PF. He's very much linked to the ZANU-PF, guys there. But I want us to talk about Welshman Ncube, who again last year, betrayed Chamisa. Oh, the Triple C. Let me say the Triple C. Let me never say Chamisa, the Triple C. And we also know, we have known Jonathan Moyo that he tried to advise Chamisa, which didn't work out. Then he decided to support Mnangagwa. That again did not take see the light of day. Now he's quiet. He's definitely on mute. So I believe all these allegations that are coming up here, I believe it. And don't forget also that he's from Mutevedzi. Okay, can I just say Mutevedzi people finally found their Esther? If you read the Bible like I do, the Esther, we eventually kind of managed to, with their charm, of course, we're going to get into that, managed to soften the king, and the genocide stopped. The Jews genocide stopped when she softened the king. I hope women are ready to learn, because, yeah. I looked forward this day, actually. I'm excited because I can see the direction where Zimbabwe is going. It makes me really excited. It makes me excited. But now let me read the tweet. Let me read the message that was sent out this morning. Okay. By the way, Nduna has been, kept in custody. We'll look at that a little bit later. But let's focus on this. Okay. These guys here. And I'll tell you what I heard last year and what I think about this tweet. Now, they said Colonel Miniyothabo Baloyi, VP Chiwenga's wife, is a strategist. She is rallying behind her husband, coaching him just like Michelle Obama did to Barack. She has brought Cephas Ncube, a Wifey's chairperson, Welshman Ncube, Sengezo Tshabangu, Professor Moyo, and others to Chiwenga's side. Okay, I'm going to read it again. This is a very important piece. Colonel Miniyothabo Baloyi, okay, VP Chiwenga's wife, which is Chiwenga's wife, yeah, of course, Chiwenga's wife, is a strategist. She's rallying behind her husband and coaching him, just like Michelle Obama did to Barack. She has brought Cephas Ncube, War Vets Chair, Welshman Ncube, Sengezo Tshabangu, Professor Moyo, others, and to Chiwenga's side. So there's more people that are to be revealed who are now rallying, behind Chiwenga. Okay. Interesting days ahead. Today, when I went to do my Pilates, okay, after my exercise, I remember getting into the car when I drive back to the house, and I'm thinking, I actually shared that with my mom, and I'm like, you know what? It's interesting how many don't even realize how much women are investing in becoming better women. No, I'm talking about my girls that I know. I'm not talking about the people that I don't even know, because some men may say, do you even know what you're talking about? All right. So I'm like, do you even know how much we are investing, y'all? Do you even know to become better wives? Mind, soul, and body. But you know what? Y'all don't even say it. You don't. Because you're focusing on useless stuff. All right, let's just have some more. Okay, Holy Spirit. All right. Miniyothabo Baloyi is someone that I would like women to study. Okay, women in Zimbabwe need to study this lady. Okay, if whatever we are speculating now is actually what's going on in the chamber, then you might as well studied her very closely. She's an interesting person. She came in, again, I must say this, with the previous wife for Chiwenga. If the allegations that she worked with Mnangagwa are true, then obviously, I'm sorry to say this, if I am a man, I would choose to move on with my life. That's all I'm going to say. But like I said to you, because these games that are being played right in front of us here are definitely equated to what the Bible says, especially when you look at, no, I'm still single, very much single. So I've got quite a number of people who just want to say, oh, I want to be your husband, whatever. But, relax, chill. Yeah, let's hang on this one, yeah. What's going on within the camp of Zimbabwe is equating to exactly what happened with the King Xerxes in the Bible when Esther came to this place. The king was married to Vashti. Vashti decided to have her own banquet when the king had prepared a banquet, for all the people, just for him to showcase his might and his powers and what he was capable of. Can we look at VP Chiwenga being that man? He's showing off his might and his powers. This guy's been a general, to cry out loud. He has been a general, right? In the army. This guy was powerful before Mnangagwa came to the place. I remember him speaking and giving command in the background. But he decided to act like he was that foolish. Do you know when he came back, I remember Mnangagwa's wife kneeling down and said, Makadiko, isokoya, Makadiko sokochi, pretending like they didn't know what was really going on. And he played the part like he was foolish. Yao Chiwenga is the most smartest chess player ever. Okay, hear me out. And do not forget that Miniyothabo was also studying in China. Don't forget the China part. You mustn't forget that one. Keep it in mind. She was in China and you went to be treated in China. You all right? Okay. Many, we see you. Yeah, we see you. Okay, our eyes are open wide. Okay, we see you. So now you are seeing the move of Chiwenga now, but they're calling the wife the strategist. Very much smart. I've always said to you, I've studied women for a long time and I know how women operate, okay? She's very quiet. She's a woman who really has a good heart. You can hear when she speaks, she's a good person. You can't take that away from her. And she realized that the Ndebele people were marginalized. You can't take that away. Yeah, you can't. Do you know there was a man who came in, a very good guy, that we must never forget is actually, you call it Moyo again. Yo, you know him, man. He once also contested as a president. The one in Mutevedzi, please drop his name here. I don't know why my mind is running about it. Ngosana Moyo, right? Ngosana Moyo could have been the president of Zimbabwe if Mugabe was smart. Because Ngosana Moyo gave Mugabe a roadmap, a well-documented map, a strategy to resuscitate and redirect Zimbabwe in the right direction. What happened? All these toxic politicians destroyed the entire plan. So Ngosana Moyo is still existing. Don't forget him. He's still existing right now. Again, very much still collected, still having ambitions to lead the country. So it's moving to the Ndebele side. And I'm happy for the Ndebele people. I'm really happy for the by the way, I don't want to act like I'm a tribalist, but I want to just paint a picture that you guys understand. Do not forget, they've been marginalized for years. But for some reason, God is coming up for them. Having a good mayor who's doing incredibly well. I'm talking about God, David Cottard. In Harare, it's a mess. All gimmicks. Absolutely foolish people that I've never seen who have destroyed the entire Harare to be like a... If you look in town, it's like... Man, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. But here we are. We also don't forget, we just got Miss Universe again, hailed from the Ndebele culture, the Ndebele people, Mutevedzi. Now the VP got married from Mutevedzi, right? We just had another war veteran chairperson from Mutevedzi. And Mashingo people, yeah, because you're my people. Mnangagwa disappointed me because honestly, Mnangagwa, he say he's from Mashingo, although people say he's from Zambia. Oh, he said he's from Zambia, but I'm disappointed because but again, we have Chamisa on the block because Chamisa is also from Mashingo. Okay. Interesting. Now, I want to go back to the Welshman Ncube part. So Welshman Ncube, we saw him working with Chamisa, okay? And before you know it, he turned all these shenanigans with Tshabangu. But I must tell you that earlier, Immediately after the recalls, the first recalls, I was talking to someone within the political space, and the person said this to me, that Welshman Ncube, they are going to have their own political party. Okay, I'm going somewhere. They're going to have their own political party. But this person who said so, I'm going to tell you why I'm bringing this story up. At that time, Welshman was actually the attorney that was representing the CCC 12 that were actually recalled. And I remember I said to him, no, man, you're not telling, what are you talking about? And the guy said, no, you actually, that's what's going on in the background. But I must say, that person was saying something what wasn't really honest by saying they're going to open their own political party. They were simply saying they were going to turn against Chamisa. I must say this. Oh, the CCC. Let not put Chamisa in the CCC. I must say to you, Zimbabweans, I don't see anything wrong with any Zimbabwean move from one political party to the other. I think that's the joy of democracy. You can do whatever you want as long as you are happy, with the leader that you're supporting. But what I'm against is to work 24/7 to destroy someone and hoping that you're going to succeed. That, from experience, I've worked with people who did that to me. It doesn't cut. It doesn't work. If you're thinking you can destroy someone to get to the front, ask Mnangagwa is the perfect person to study. Look how this whole empire is going to collapse right in front of his face. Boom! Because you know what? He did his games, but he failed because you don't have what it takes. All right? He didn't have what it takes. So now for Welshman Ncube, Sengezo Tshabangu, playing their cards because they want to be the front. If these allegations are true that they want to work with Chiwenga, then we have got very interesting days ahead. Very much interesting days. And like I said, toxic politics in the Zimbabwean society, guys, they're the reason why we are in this mess. So a wise Zimbabwean person would be pursuing politics of love, unity. But like I said, I'm not a politician, so I don't really know how politicians play their dirty games. But I must say, I'm a person who stands on top of the roof and say, guys, toxic politics don't cut, don't work. Because if you wiggle yourself to the front, you're going to have to find ways to sustain the move. And even those people that you're working with to support, they should also be very careful of you because you're not an honest person. You lack integrity. Who wants to work with a person who is not honest? Who wants that? Because if they can deceive CCC, what stops them from deceiving Chiwenga or from deceiving whosoever, right? So if I'm Chiwenga, I'll be like, playing, but why? I'll go to bed, but one of my eyes should be open because those people are dangerous people, right? But interesting. Professor Moyo, Jonathan Moyo, it makes a lot of sense that he may be engineering all these things because remember the Tshabangu thing, he was at the forefront promoting it, which means they've been engineering this game for a long time, but again, feeling like they are marginalized, and I get that. And I think it's for a good cause. Yeah, I think it's for a good cause because I have been twice on the receiving end of tribalism. So honestly, I think whatever it takes for Zimbabwe to be united, let it be. I've been twice on the receiving end of tribalism. If I tell Zimbabwean, they'll be shocked. One day I'll tell my story twice. I said twice. One day I will tell you my story. But I'm not ready to talk about it right now. I'm not even ready, but one day I will tell my story. So we are kind of suffering for absolutely nothing. I was born in 1983. Gukura Ngundi started in 1983. And I was born in 1983. So honestly, to make me suffer for people who have sown evil seeds, who should be taking responsibility, is unfair. You know what I mean? It's unfair. But let's just see what people's reactions are towards these allegations. No, you went on to say, if ever Constantino Chiwenga takes over, Chiwenga, will he be able to do what Mnangagwa failed to do in 2017? Despite the goodwill that he received, will he be able to bring the alternative forces into the fold, unite Zimbabweans for betterment of our country? That's a very good question that you're asking. Because first and foremost, I am terrified about a person who is power hungry. Those kind of people are dangerous. I have respect for a leader who says, okay, no, I prefer that person. You're going to go to the front because this person is able. Will give you the support. You see what they do within the democratic space in America? I have respect for the Democrats. They're not perfect, but the fact that we can support Kamala Harris and say, go ahead, we are with you. That's the kind of politics that we need in Zimbabwe. Not, I want to be the one at the front. Hey, no, you're a dangerous person. You're dangerous, right? Okay. people's reactions though. Zimbabweans' reactions. He said, by which alternative forces, bruh? What shape, form are you in? And people are asking questions now to him for dropping this bombshell. And I know whenever you see things like this on Twitter, they've already been discussed, and the kind of moves, they want to hear what people think. You know, what Zimbabweans think. That's why it's very important for you guys to comment in the comment section, because they come in, then they read your comments. Some of them are actually, yes, I'm speaking, listen to what I'm saying, because they know they're following me, my tricks. What am I saying? You understand? But let me read the reactions. So then I asked the question, I said, which alternative forces, bruh? What shape or form are they in? And then the response was, by alternative forces, I mean people who are truly to the struggle, unwavering people who are committed to see the struggle through, who cannot be easily bribed or fall prey to ZANU-PF schemes, like what happened to Monzora, Welshman Ncube, and Sengezo Tshabangu. So this is what he's answering. So he's referring to those that are really desperate for seeing change in the country. They are not prepared to be bought, with money. Like you can buy me. Nobody can afford me. Actually, nobody. Not one Zimbabwean can afford to buy me. Sorry. And no. My principles are too tight. No. Those who know me can tell you that that girl is not easily, you can't crack her easily. It's not possible. No money can buy me, because you know what? Money means nothing to me. Principles for me reign supreme. What do you stand for in life? You know what I mean? So believing that a civilian president will save Zimbabwe is wishful thinking. The opposition does not stand a chance. If a change is going to come to Zimbabwe, it will come from within the ruling party. I must also letting you know that social media now is flooded with a lot of ghosts that were created by ZANU-PF, especially this angle of Chiwenga, for me, in my opinion, created a lot of ghost accounts. The moment Chamisa posts, they come in here to bastardize. The moment, like now, the moment he spoke about this, they're coming in and they're pushing a narrative that, yes, we need someone who have to come within the parameters of ZANU-PF to be the president or the leader, because the opposition is not strong. Who is the opposition, y'all? Who is the opposition? That's the question. His response: in its state, yes, the opposition will not stand a chance. However, a strong, radical, and no-nonsense alternative party will stand a chance. The deep state is not insurmountable. I love the point of the deep state, because I think the deep state is an interesting statement. I think there was a time I asked someone who was very close to me, asking, no, that was not actually, no, someone told me and said, do you know that George Charamba is actually part of the deep state? George Charamba, hello George. I said that George Charamba is part of the deep state. And here I am, I'm sitting, I'm like, if that's what you call deep state in Zimbabwe, George Charamba, then you are joking. Yeah, you're playing games. George Charamba, who can't even communicate proper online, can be part of the deep state that can decide where Zimbabwe should go. Do you understand me? I don't understand who can be a deep state. No, it's not. All right? So talking about the deep state, if it's George Charamba, then please, you have nothing else to talk about. When you talk about deep state, let's talk about people who have the best interest for the country to actually develop. George has been there with Mugabe when he was being humiliated by Grace Mugabe. Now there's still the chaos to the core. So that to me means absolutely nothing. So when they said insurmountable, they're simply saying we can crack this part. This manipulation is said it's only the people within the ZANU-PF who can be able to be the leaders of the country. It's just a farce. It's a talk, guys. These are Zimbabweans who were born by a woman who wakes up in the morning and sleep like the way that you do. They eat the same papa, they also eat the same papa. You understand? There's nothing fancy and special about them. We are simply be fearful of nothing, absolutely nothing. We should never be afraid. We have what it takes to bring down this evil empire. It will come down. Relax. It will crumble. Teddy said the first mistake that Emerson Mnangagwa did was to go into it alone after the whole nation had participated in removing Mugabe. He was supposed to unite the nation, cancel elections for 10 years, and heal the nation. But because he didn't want it to be called a coup, he called for the elections, he lost. But I also heard people saying there is a possibility that after all this transition or whatever that's going to happen in the country, there's a possibility of that they're going to that just shrink elections for some time for people to resuscitate the country and work together, whatever the case may be. I don't know, but we are watching. I'm not part of any decision making. I'm simply analyzing what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing happening, you know. And someone said, Famba General, Famba Bizaredu no Donza. We can't wait. So they are saying General should be the president. But I must say this, guys, like I told you before, I don't have a problem if Chiwenga comes in, you know, and work with whoever you want within the zone people. I'm sure there are people that I really believe in his leadership, which I respect. But I still believe the only way to solve the problems of Zimbabwe is a free and fair election. That's the only way. Because we are where we are today because we have never had free and fair election. So the fact that we want to keep on, playing all these games, we are going absolutely nowhere. Because Chiwenga on his own, and apart from talking about the wife, the 2 second pull the cards, I know how many operate. Men are brutal, you know, men are brutal. And unless if he's working with Kasukura, I wouldn't know. But I'm saying, yeah, but it may make sense because I mean, remember I told you last time that there were speculations online that they met the time that Chiwenga came to South Africa because Mnangagwa could not attend the Breed Summit. You remember the Breed Summit? Yeah. And then he was here, right? The Breed Summit, and he was here. And then Kasukura came online and he was singing a song, Mudara takakutaurirai nyika ndevanu. You know, Changamire tonga never. You remember that song? He was singing that song. So they I don't know, I can't confirm or deny that they are working together, but I'm saying then maybe that may make a bit of sense if Chiwenga can work with Kasukura, because Kasukura, as much as it's got, people say it's got his past, which I don't want to touch that one. I want to talk about, would there be a strong pair together? I think so. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about some people. I'm talking about the rest of the people who believes in the opposition, because the opposition is it's coming. I know something is gonna keep soon ahead. They're coming. So let's see where it's going. But I know they're coming. I just say they're coming. Yeah, Zimbabwe is interesting. They're coming. I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section. You think the move that Chiwenga is making is the wife that is playing the game? Like I said, I mean, of course, why not? I mean, she has got the capacity. I'm sorry to say this. If I have to marry a politician, you must know for sure that I'm playing the cards. You must know beyond reasonable doubt that I have so much influence in the entire debacle. You must know. It's not negotiable, you know? I must tell you that, guys, I'm running what I'm running now just to make sure we get the freedom. But there's a possibility that when I'm done with the freedom, I'm going to take a different route, you know, in the entertainment, building a television business, because all I want is the freedom. It's Zimbabweans to be free. That's one of the reasons why I'm sitting here. But let's watch and see where this is going. And I want to know what you guys think. Yeah, it's interesting. I must say, Shona people, and not because I'm trying to say I'm not a tribalist, but I want to say we failed the country. We failed the country. We failed the country. We failed Zimbabwe. We did fail Zimbabwe. It was a Zulu person who came as Mugabe, a mess. Mnangagwa came in worse. So if Chamisa or whosoever who is a Shona person comes in and do it well, like I said, we don't want to promote tribalism, but at the end of the day, we can't deny the fact that we are not speaking the same language. We should never take it as a tribalism, but we should just take it as is how we are being identified, but still all be Zimbabweans. Someone can be speaking Kalanga, incredible. You know how I feel about a people who are so marginalized in the country. I only saw them when there was a video that was circulating. You know? You remember? They are very much marginalized. And I'm like, any person who comes as a leader, please, whoever you're going to be, can you start by going to that place and make those people feel like human again? Because there's so many people in the country who are heavily marginalized. This government of Mugabe and Mnangagwa is the most pathetic individuals I've never seen. Very much, out of touch with life. They are simply focusing on things that comes and go. Things They are so much, they hate their identity. They love to be identified with the things, not I, what I'm capable of and what I can do, how I change lives. They are not. Both of these, regimes have been nothing but a mess. But let's watch and look and see where Chiwenga is going. Exciting days ahead. But I know the freedom is coming. Very close. Very close. And the criminals are going to be nailed big time, locked up behind bars where they belong. If they're lucky if they don't face firing squad, because there is a possibility. I swear to God. There's a possibility. Anyway, Mr. Nduna and his fraudulent ex, he has been, actually, his detention has been extended, so he's still behind bars. I don't know, but again, the mess that he's doing, he has to carry his cross. Now, awkward moments at HICC today, where Mnangagwa was attending Zimbabwe International Symposium. Chiwenga tried to give Mnangagwa a hug as a show of togetherness, but ED went for the handshake. According to an eyewitness, Opamuchinguru was left baffled. When you say baffled, maybe we will see the picture. So we're waiting. These are just, messages that are being dropped as we speak now this afternoon. I can tell you, of course, Mnangagwa can see Kuti Chiwenga is making moves. But fair play, he should. Why not? He should be making the moves. Mnangagwa's time is ending. So why is it becoming a problem? Why is it becoming a problem? I don't understand. Why? Do you guys remember the guy that was accused of actually violating the niece and he was given 20 years in prison? And of course, I know politics have played a part here. Now, he has been acquitted. Okay. I'm going to read the report from Zim Live. So the former vice president, Phelekezela Mphoko, son, okay, so that's Mphoko's son, has won an appeal against conviction and a 20-year jail sentence for violating the niece. Appeal judges Bongani, Ndlovu and Munamato Mutevedzi of the Bulawayo High Court said the conviction was unsafe, finding that the complainant was induced through threats by the child's mother and leading questions by social workers. So some of the delays in reports crime was also weighed against conviction. Judges, however, upheld Mphoko's conviction for escaping lawful custody when he initially fled from a police station following his arrest. He was slapped with a 2-month prison sentence on that charge. He was out on bail pending appeal. So he was, slapped 2 months. So the 20-year is gone. And again, I must say this, when it comes to this issue of violating kids, there's a lot of nonsense going on in the country, y'all. We need to start. I think the first thing that needs to be done is social reform is so important. Family life needs to be revisited, resuscitating families, because a lot of things are a mess. I actually saw the mama that was assaulting a child, that little angel, beautiful child. God knows my heart. Do you know that I don't even have a child of my own? I have a son, but I don't have a child of my own because I'm not yet married. You understand? And I want to see people who are beating their children. I'm like, do you even know? Please give me that child. Give me the child and see how I'm going to love that baby. Ha ha. Hey. God has blessed you with a child. It's a blessing. And all you can do is to beat a child. You're crazy. You're crazy. But I saw that she's a child. I'm very much against against kids who wants to have kids. If you're a child, focus on education, please. Marriage is not for kids, it's for mature people. Okay? So kids, stay away from all these shenanigans and focus on building your lives. That's all I can tell you. But I don't think that she needs to be sent to prison. What they need to do is to give her the counseling and give her mentorship. Again, Zimbabwe lacks these support systems, that can help young mothers. But I've seen some girls helping with like children's stuff and great. But support system means they must be mature mothers who can help young girls on how to nurture if they have the kids when they're young, especially in the rural areas. The rural folks don't have support. Maybe parents have gone home to be with the Lord. The support systems is already broken because people are struggling to actually feed their kids. So guys, if they ever been where my heart is in the rural place. My heart is so much in the rural because I know the rural has got so much potential. Be it building house, you can live the best life. There's peace. But we need to resuscitate our rural spaces because a lot has been messed up. ZANU-PF failed. For 40-something years, their failure. Smith was better. I'm sure if Smith was still in place, I think we wouldn't even believe that there was a ruler in Zimbabwe. If he was still the president or whoever was better to lead, because ZANU-PF, no, they are a failure. Guys, I'm asking you, more than 250 people here, like the life police for me. Before you leave, push algorithm. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll see you tonight because there's a lot that's going on there, and I'll be coming back to have a chat with you guys. Please share the live, and I must say thank you because I've seen you guys are sharing my lives across, and it's unbelievable. I've seen like like 700 shares, and I'm like, what? Yo, you're doing incredible work. I appreciate you really, really deeply. Please have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.